Hi there, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to have you here in my home as I'm recording this week. I did not record last week because we were moving, and it still feels like we're moving. We're still unpacking, but at least we are here. All of our belongings are here, and really unpacking and stuff is all that's left. So I haven't done a ton of reading. I read a lot of cozy mysteries, and I did not engage with them critically at all. I just kind of tore through them as escapism, so I don't think I'll talk about them. But the one other book that I read is Early Riser by Jasper Fforde. This is a new release, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I enjoyed also Fforde's Thursday Next series, so that kind of tells you I like his fantasy worlds. I think they're really intriguing. So this follows our protagonist, Charlie Worthing, who is, he lives in a world in which winters are so severe that humans hibernate over the winter. So they develop a winter coat. They are forced to put on a lot of weight and kind of fatten themselves up so that they increase their likelihood of surviving through the winter. And there's other things that help them survive through the winter as well, such as there's a pharmaceutical company who noticed that dreaming expends a lot of energy, and if you expend more energy, you burn more fat stores, you're less likely to survive the winter. So they develop a drug which helps users not to dream. It also has some interesting side effects, and Charlie finds himself as a winter council. He's someone who is a public servant who is kind of in charge of staying awake over the winter and keeping order and making sure that things still run smoothly even though most humans are asleep. And he finds himself kind of embroiled in some sort of intrigue with, he doesn't know, but there's this pharmaceutical company, there's the council, these council members who, council workers, council officers who are the ones staying awake over the winter, and there's this dream that many people keep having the same dream. They're calling it a viral dream, and he's not sure what any of it means. I really like this book a lot. To me, and I am a huge baby, I read kind of like a thriller. I don't read real thrillers because I am a huge baby, but this was great. There was stuff going on, and it felt like as a reader you knew a little bit more, you could understand more than Charlie could, because he was investigating this dream, and he'd never dreamt, he hadn't dreamt since he was a very young child, and so he just didn't understand kind of how dreams worked and what dreaming was like. So as the reader who kind of knows a little bit more about dreaming, because you've done it your whole life, you are privy to a little bit more information than he is, and so it just felt like there was just danger for him around every corner, which was kind of fun. There was a point in the middle, a little bit past the middle, that I felt like, okay, Charlie, get with it. You should have figured this out by now. But as I stuck with the book, it became clear that there was just more information that he needed to get. So I don't know that it could have been edited, but the ending was great and was definitely more than I expected. I thought that since I'd figured it out halfway through the book, I wasn't expecting much from the ending, but the ending really delivered. So if you are into, I would say, especially if you've read Jasper Fforde before and you're into his very peculiar worlds, I would definitely recommend picking this up. That's really all I've read this week. I did go to the library this morning, and I had a hold. So apparently I'm in fantasy mode. I feel like I've read a lot of fantasy so far this year, which is great. I put this book on hold, and it came in. Apparently I was way up on the hold list because I think it was just released this week. This is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. And I don't know much about it except that, holy cow, it's huge. This is a giant book. Epic fantasy. There are dragons involved. There's a female heroine. I am really excited for it. I'm also intimidated by just the sheer volume and like, this is how much I read in the last 3 weeks versus this behemoth. So we'll see how that goes. But if you have read this, or if you are reading this, or if you want to read this, let me know what you think. And let me know what's been going on the last couple weeks, because I have been out of the loop. So I hope you guys are all doing really well. I hope you have a delightful weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.